Good morning. I thought I might do a gardening video. It's finally that time. Weather's getting better anyway. I've decided to go ahead and start putting stuff out. The last few frosts hadn't really hit the ground. You check the frost in the mornings. Like 2 mornings ago, it was 35. It was still on the truck hood, vehicles, but it wasn't on the ground. So I decided it's time to move forward with this garden business. As before the sun comes up. My grandson's on the way, so I can't get this done with him here. It'd be the Lincoln show. It wouldn't be a garden video. But anyway, let's start in the corner down here. I have 4 loofah plants. I had bad luck with seeds, and I got 4 to actually show and grow. So we're gonna put 4 loofahs out and try to make us some more seed this year. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the camera. There's a ridge here. It's where the cucumbers are going. It's under a big pine tree. It gets evening shade that way. They last a little longer if you can knock the main sun off them. Keep cucumbers a little longer anyway. Of course, you can see my bean trellis. I've got it planted with seed. Ground's starting to break and crack, so we're probably getting close to seeing a beam up. Yeah, blackberry plants. Blackberry bushes just keeps crawling towards the garden. I'm running out of garden space, but I'm gaining blackberry bushes apparently. I don't know if that's a good trade or not. Of course, you can see the other side. I plant both sides of the trellis. These are heirloom tomatoes. Well, let's skip back here. I left a space here. This is where the jalapenos go. I've got a dozen jalapeno plants, but it's going to have to be mid-May probably before I can put them out. It stuns them if it gets cold at night, so I'm holding them as long as I can anyway. But back to the tomatoes. These are heirlooms. They're mini Bustle, which was a local tomato a woman came up with. I got some seed, some old seed, and it actually grew. There's some Amish heirloom tomatoes mixed in. I don't remember what the third one was, but they're all heirloom. They're all open pollinated, and they're spaced here. I know where the mini Bustle is, and that's the one I've really got to keep up with. I've got 2 or 3 of them. I've got one extra over there that has not been put in with the regular group, but tomatoes are pollinated by the vibration or the shaking of the wind, so I'm not really worried about cross-pollination. I don't get them too close together down there. I've got a mini Bustle to put at the end, kind of get away from everything. This is a mixed roll of Goliath and Mule Team so far. Plants are still a little small. And you can see my little cold frames. I've dug them out of the way. I'm taking a chance right now. It's supposed to be rainy and warm for the next few days, so. But these first 2 are Jet Stars. I had 2 Jet Star tomato plants jump up and take off and bypass everything else in the tray. So I put them here. It's the hottest part of the garden. It's, of course, the top of the hill. They usually stand up good against the heat, so I got a couple of spaces left for more tomato plants. I plant about 100. I know this is just dirt, all you see, but I thought I'd give you a rundown of what's actually out here. There's a roll of okra here. She asked me the other day if I planted the red or the green. I said, not really sure. I think I planted a little bit of both. But I planted I had a bunch of seed in a Ziploc bag, and I really can't tell you which one I planted now. You get off work, you try to get something done before it gets dark. I run out here and every evening and done a little something, so who knows? It's okra. Now there's a spot, let's see, here, here, there, there. It looks like 4 rows. It's 2 single rows and 2 double rows of corn. I'm trying a pollination thing. The 2 inside rows are actually doubled. They're about a foot apart, roughly. Double rows is going to take a lot of nutrition. It's going to take a lot of water, but by getting them closer together, hopefully we'll get a better pollination. Yeah, I know it's rough to walk on the edge of this hill. I'm shaking the camera bad. Here is the sugar snout peas. We don't usually get to collect very many because they usually get gone before whoever's picking them leaves the garden with them. I guess you can call that a garden snack or garden candy. A couple of my new items I haven't never grown here, however. This is a roll of English peas. Well, 2/3 of a row of English peas. At the end is some baby lima beans. So we're going to try lima beans and green peas and see how they react to our weather and my soil. I had the seeds, I thought I'd try it. They don't usually last long when it gets really hot. That kind of stuff's the green peas and the sugar snout peas will be gone and I'll plant something else, but garden candy, maybe. Sugar snout peas I know makes it, we grow them every year, but yeah, the sides of the garden is really woolly. The food forest is really woolly. We got over 10 inches of rain last couple of weeks. Them 2 storms we had put over 10 inches of water here, in some places 12. So the grass has been growing since the last week of March. We've been having to mow. It's funny when you mow the grass this way, today, and 2 days later it's frosting. But you can see what we got started here. And yeah, I forgot the cattle panels, or as they call them, the feedlot panels. Feedlot panels are a little thinner, a little lighter weight, and less expensive. Miss Cindy requested me to get rid of the fence wire that I've used for many years. It has got ragged. It's kind of rough to deal with. And she wanted a space between some of the rows, so we've been working out some kind of grid here where we can have spaces in between certain areas. This row of course has a space. The next row is going to be solid. We just haven't bought the rest of the panels yet. The third and fourth row, the third row will have a space, and the fourth row will be solid. Sometimes she can't make it down the row. She wants to go to the next row. She don't want to walk all the way down and back up, or we're making it easier. Not every row is going to have a space this year, but maybe next year we might make them all have spaces. We just didn't work it out because I usually try to downgrade. Everybody says, we got to cut back and not do as much. I keep saying that too, but I keep planting stuff. The garden keeps growing. But she's working on me. She's trying to dial me back in. She's putting limits on how much I grow of certain things, because she said we're running out of room for canned goods. If it grows, it produces, I'm gonna let it run. We'll find somebody that wants it, we can't handle it. We like to share anyway, so. Nice little garden tour. I know there ain't much to see other than dirt, but you kind of got the idea of what we're doing. Y'all have a good week. God bless.